Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today, Russia has again invaded Ukraine. As the Speaker said, it is a stunning fact that in this century we once again see a despotic regime trying to remake the map of Europe by dint of military force. Because of the courageous actions of Ukrainians, the courageous forbearance of Ukraine not to rise to Russian provocation, and because of, I think, the very shrewd declassification of intelligence by our president, by our allies, it stripped away any Russian pretext and laid bare for the world to see that this Russian invasion of Ukraine is nothing more than naked aggression by Vladimir Putin. Putin is terrified by the prospect of a democracy at his border, a democracy giving an example to the Russian people of the kind of life and economy they might enjoy if they cast aside their own autocrat. This is, I think, one of the preeminent motivations of Vladimir Putin. Set aside the nonsense he puts out about Ukraine not being a real country. That is nothing but a Kremlin lie. This is about Vladimir Putin's desire for his own personal and national aggrandizement at the expense of his neighbor, and it's about his fear of a successful democracy providing an example to his own countrymen. I was very encouraged by what we saw in Munich. I was there with the Speaker 2 years ago, and the theme of the conference 2 years ago was whether the West was a coherent whole, whether the West was essentially relevant as a coherent body of nations. And there was no question about that this year. Putin brought NATO together in a way I don't think we have seen in quite some time. And it was heartening to see that as a result of our administration's diplomatic efforts, countries had come together to agree on a brutal package of sanctions, some of which have already been applied, more which will, I fear, be necessary to apply. Among the most significant of steps was the step announced also by the German Chancellor. We were all very impressed by our conversation with him. The decision to essentially cancel the process of moving forward with the pipeline, I think is a very strong indication of the solidarity of NATO and our other allies to punish Putin for this naked aggression and the prospect of further devastating sanctions in the days and weeks ahead. So very encouraged by the solidarity of NATO, and we're going to have to remain united because Putin will look to exploit any fissure, any crack within NATO and our coalition, and we simply cannot have nations using military force in violation of the international rules-based order to enlarge their own borders, to subvert the democratic institutions of their neighbors or others around the world. As the Speaker pointed out, they tried with the United States in 2016 and continue to do so. And thank you, Madam Speaker, for leading a remarkable CODEL.
Thank you very much. First of all, thank you, Speaker Pelosi, for, and I just have to say this, for being